Hey y'all, it's me, Niecy Lynn. Y'all will be watching this on the 10th of May. It's actually the evening of the 9th. I decided to go ahead and film tonight. Catch is coming over in the morning and I have a work day at school. We have Fun Friday, the last one of the year, so we'll be busy, doing all that. We get together our me books together, which we've been doing projects and taking pictures and doing picture collages all year. And we give that to the parents at the end of the year with some activities and pictures and things from every month. So he's gonna get to go with me and play with the other teachers' kids while we're doing this. So I think he's just gonna have so much fun. His other grandma, Nell, is getting together a sports banquet for her youngest daughter, Kelby. And so she's gonna be busy, so he's gonna get to go with me, and I'm super excited. But I am also super tired. Brittany was off today. My co-teacher, they went to see Hamilton for their anniversary. She came by and picked up the teacher's gifts. This is Teacher Appreciation Week. And we've got some beautiful gifts and sweet gifts from the kids. And so I brought hers home today. So she ran by and picked it up, and she looked like $1,000,000 in her hot pink dress. But she just darted up to the door and back because it was starting to rain and we're in a tornado thunderstorm watch and stuff. So I got to see her for just a second, but I'll see her in the morning. But before I go any further, I'm going to tell y'all, this is some of the things the kids gave me had little questionnaires, and we do these, like we have ones we did for their mom, and we have them paint the picture, and then it says, what's her favorite thing, what's her favorite color, what's the favorite thing that mom does with you, and things like this. And so I got 2 of these from the kids that their moms did about me. And so I thought I'd share some of these with y'all because they're so cute. It says, my teacher's name is Miss Niecy. She is 3 years old. Go Nora. I'm loving it, man. I'm telling you, I'm like my friend Cash. Dude, I want to go back to 14 again and really just totally screw up my life in whole different ways than I did the first time. Okay, so Nora's going to let me go back to 3 and start again, so I'm loving it. It says, my best memory with her is when she gives me hugs. And she is so good at making me silly. She is the cutest little funny thing. Her favorite color is pink. She likes being silly and snow and warm weather. She always says, good morning, Norbug, which I do. She's so cute. And she doesn't like bees outside. I don't know why I don't like bees outside, but she must have heard me telling somebody that, I have an aversion to honey, even though I try to make myself use it sometimes. She's the best teacher because she loves me and makes me laugh. And I do. And then Ava had a couple on here that were pretty good. She's amazing because she sings with us. Thank you for teaching me how to go to chapel, because we go to chapel, when we're at school. And my favorite thing about her is that she lets me play with toys. I love it. I love it. So I thought y'all would get a kick out of that, but I'm super excited that Nora's going to let me go back to being 3. I mean, you want to talk about a get a redo. That's a redo right there. So we've had a really good week with them. They have been so fun and funny, and our schedule's been off because the 4-year-olds are practicing for their graduation ceremony, their pre-K graduation, and it is the cutest little thing, and they have a little gown and a little cap, and it is just precious. But we have playtime with the 4-year-old class on the playground usually, so they haven't been there, and then we haven't had specials because Miss Micah has been working with them on their graduation ceremony, so their week has been, their schedule has been different. So it has been very interesting to see how they dealt with all the changes, because no kids like when they like their little routine, you know, they got it down, they like it, you know, they like to know when they go to the playground and all this. And so when we got to the playground and we didn't have any friends out there, they wanted to know where their friends were. And I was like, well, guys, you remember they're older than us, so they're practicing for their graduation right now, for their mommies and daddies to come watch them. And they were just, one of them even said, why do they have to practice during playtime? I don't know. And to be, you know, in all fairness, the 4-year-olds are probably thinking the same thing. Why do we have to practice during playtime? Because they are so sweet and play together. And then I got to see some of them at Chick-fil-A because I took Mama. Mama had her doctor appointment this week. Just her, you know, checkup thing, just to refill her meds and stuff. And so I picked her up early. She was in a good mood. I thought we might get to go to lunch with my sister, but we didn't get it all. She couldn't get situated, and we didn't get that all worked out. So I didn't get to have lunch with sister, but that's okay. I'll see her son this weekend. I'm super excited. We're going to, I'm packing up the invalid over there, and he's taking me to the melting pot with his mom and sister and brother-in-law. So I'm super excited. I've never been to one of those fondue places. So I'm excited about that. It sounds fun. It'll be something new for us. Okay, let's see here. This is, and I'm just gonna jump right into whips. This is my Serbian Proverb. And there is the cover photo. It's real muted tones. And I wanted mine to be a little bit louder. I decided I did not like the yellow that I had pulled. Now, I loved the yellow when it looked like this. Okay? I loved this together. This on this fabric though, I don't like this yellow on this fabric. This fabric is not brown enough. I feel like I'm picking up a little pink undertone or something. I don't like it. So, I've been frogging because I changed it to this, and I liked it much better. Even though when I hold it like this, I don't like it near as much. But on here, on this fabric, and it's not getting it, maybe that's more of a true color right there. I just did not like that yellow. I felt like it was real crazy yellow. I mean, like yield sign yellow nearly on this fabric. And that is not what I wanted. So then I found this, and I like it much better. So now I've picked out this side, and I started right up here, and now I'll have to go here and pick out these, and then go back and rework that. So that has been a little time consuming, and it took me a while to decide what color I wanted. I knew I was not crazy about this. I've talked about it every week that I'm just not, I don't know. And I thought I would get to like it more, but I didn't, and I didn't, and I didn't. And on this fabric, I just didn't like it one bit. So it's coming out. It's gotta go. And I changed what the colors were. I had been using 783, and I switched for 780. So the letters are 780, and this is 783. And I love this on here now. I did not, like I said, I just could not get in love with that yellow up there. So I'm going to pull it out. This week I came down here, and then I started my Be Humble For You. It has a little tulip also over here. So it'll say, be humble for you are made of earth, be noble for you are made of stars, and that'll be there. But I have not got that part done yet. So when I did this and decided this is the color I wanted, then I started picking this out. So I'll pull that out and start redoing it. So I already pulled out the squares and crosses right across here. This row here I've already pulled out. I pulled out these two sides, and now I'll have to do the two sides and the two sides on the top and bottom. So, but I love this piece and I love the saying, and I wanted to stitch it forever. And so I'm just gonna, I was like, you know, I'm just doing it. But I did not like, and it calls for NPIs. Yeah, it calls for all NPIs, and it gives you the DMCs conversions. And I just kind of, you know, switched around like I do and changed things up. But I just could not get crazy about that yellow on this fabric. I think if I had been on a piece of fabric, or even if I'd tea-dyed this piece of fabric, I think I would have been okay with it. But this on that just is not cutting it for me. I don't know why. I just feel like it looks like a yield sign. And that color is not yield sign yellow. It's really pretty mustardy looking, but no, I don't like it. I know likey, as one of the little boys says. I know likey. I know likey. So I'm taking outie. But that is so time consuming. I'm telling you, frogging takes forever. It does for me at least. Maybe some of y'all are fast at that. I am not. And I even clip threads, and, you know, so I don't do the whole thing. I clip, you know, every couple, like every stitch or two or three, or like this, and then pull it. It still takes forever to clip threads and pull them out. I just, ugh, I hate it. But I've loved this piece and wanted to do it forever. And I just decided I don't want no regrets, right? No regrets on my piece. So if any of y'all have ever seen that meme where that poor person has that tattoo that has the misspelled no regrets, and it says no regrets. And so now for the rest of my life, I can never say no regrets. It's always no regrets for me. No regrets. So that one has got progress made, but it's also got progress in reverse because I was pulling out things on it as I went. Y'all were also so sweet last week about Catchy. He is the cutest thing, and he is so funny. And so thank y'all all for your sweet comments. And one of y'all in the UK said, you know, just put some stamps on him and mail him over. I'm telling you what, if you could pass him around, I don't think there would be many sad people anywhere, because he is just so sweet and funny, and he just brightens up your whole day when he's with you. He's just hilarious. He had on his little Superman outfit, you know, when we filmed that morning, and he wore his Superman outfit until he went to Superman pajamas until he went home. But we went to eat, and he decided he wanted a sandwich. He says his sandwich, which he usually doesn't eat, but it was a kid's menu, and it had pictures, you know, around with the words in the middle. And he kept pointing at the hamburger, and he wanted a sandwich. And every time the waitress would come by the table, he would say, "My sandwich? Do you have my sandwich?" I was like, buddy, she's bringing it as fast as she can. Well, y'all, it got there, and I cut it in half, and it like to been the end of the world. I totally ruined it by cutting it in half. And then he decided he ate 2 bites of it, you know, and that was it anyway. But I cut that hamburger in half, and you would have thought I'd cut his arm off. Oh no, it was ruination. Total ruination. What was I thinking? But he made our whole day better while he was here. He's just so precious. Let's see here. And then I worked on my Four Seasons Angel, the fall one, Harvest. There is one of these for every season. They are beautiful. It says it is by Banner, B-A-N-A-R Designs. You can probably find these on the secondary market. It is just so cute. I thought I'd work on it some this weekend, so I grabbed it out. We started watching that Echoes, and I don't know if any of y'all have watched that or not, but boy, they got some stuff going on that show. I'm not sure exactly what all was going on. There's some stuff going on that show. What was that sound, y'all? Hey, did you make a sound? Huh? Let's see here. So I got her out. I got her collar done. I got her face done and her cheeks. Let's see here. So I just done, not quite, maybe, I don't know, it wasn't nearly a half of the collar, but not quite. So I got the other part of the collar done. I did her face and her cheeks. And then I started on this gray right here. It's on a piece of 28 count even weave. The kit has the colors in it. I love it. It is so pretty. And I'm having fun stitching on it. It is pretty wrinkled up. The folds in it are pretty deep. I think I've showed y'all before, when I get a kit, like this is how I do it. I take and put the symbol and the name by the side of each color. And then I can just work from there off the chart. For me, that's a whole lot easier. The colors in this are really, really pretty. Oh, and I pulled a piece of flesh off. Hold on. Not a pound of flesh, just a piece. Let me put this back on here. Hey, Petty Cat. What are you doing? Huh? Well, don't jump up here right now. My hands are busy. I'm trying to put this back on. I knocked it off here. What are you doing? There we go. Want to say hi? Come here. God, you're heavy. You want to say hi? You want to say hi, Patty? Hi, Patty? Yeah? Is you a good girl? Huh? No, she is not a good girl. She is not a good girl at all. Not at all. But I love stitching on this. 28 count even weave is kind of it's my super comfort. I mean, I can just stitch on it just kind of with the eyes closed. It's my super comfort zone. What? What is it? Evidently, I'm supposed to be talking to her. So this piece is, even weave is so easy for me to stitch on, and I really, really am enjoying it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the hair. In the picture, they don't have any color on the hair. I am going to put color in the hair here. They just left it, you know, like kind of like negative space, and use the background color. I will put actual color in mine. I'm just not sure what color yet. Oh, Patty, you're so polite. Are you being polite? Huh? Are you being polite? Yeah. Why don't you go sit with Pap, huh? Want to go sit over there? So I worked on that guy some. I did not get my Lucy V. Moore. I worked Tuesday and Thursday. I took Mimi to the doctor on Wednesday. I have Fun Friday tomorrow. I've got my chores done on Monday. So my stitching, and I'm whooped. I did a few stitches this afternoon, but not very much. I have been tired by the time we've got done at school and everything every day, and it's just, I don't know what it is. I also got up and I've been getting my walks in and stuff, so I'm a little sleepier. I guess that's it. I have just been kind of zombie. This is my poor 4th of July rules. It did not get much love this week. I don't know how it got at the bottom of my stack. And I think I'd worked on it normally on the weekend, but for some reason I didn't. I think because I couldn't decide about what colors I was going to do the and the thee. So that so I set it to the side, and then I did not get it picked back up in good time. So all I did was finish my flag and do my and. So there's not a lot of progress on this one from last week. It is on a piece of 32 count fiber on a whim espresso. Love this. It is super nice. If you like a even weave, it is super fun. Oh, and then on Cinco de Mayo, that's what it was also. Patty called me. She went to a stitch-in at her needlework shop, and she walked me around, and I got to say hi and look at all the shop models and all this. So that was super fun to get to see what the stitchers were working on, and that beautiful shop was fabulous. So I switched a few of my colors in the Fly Old Glory, and I'm switching my and my thee. They're gonna be the two colors of blue. So 4th of July rules, Fly Old Glory. There you can see the fly. It shows up great when you're looking at it. I guess it's just the weird light tonight. Fly Old Glory, and then remember and honor. And then my thee will be the medium blue, and the fallen will be the dark blue. But I did get my little flag finished. I was on the last row of it last week, and I didn't get it. I got it done this week. And then I got my and done. So that's not very much progress, but it's some. And as long as you're making some progress, you'll get it done. I'm using just a floss toss. This real variegated red is the Louisiana Hot Sauce by Weeks Dye Works. And then the other one is 3777 DMC. So I don't know how in the world I didn't get any more done on that than I did. Oh, and Charles said there was a study done that said women and men fall different. So maybe it's just, not my sister what's hooked up backwards. Because he said the study showed that men get their hands down to catch themselves, but a lot of times women don't get their hands down fast enough. And he said it happened to his aunt, and she, fell and hit her face, and she said it just happened so fast. And he said, I know we may be different, but men and women do fall at the same rate. I mean, gravity's gravity, right? Well, there's that. So I am going to tell my sister, at least she ain't the only one. She ain't the only one hooked up backwards. So But that made me giggle because to be very, I mean, she's very coordinated. Her yoga, she has beautiful yoga practice. But man, if she goes down, that head, I don't know if it's just too heavy for the rest of her body, but it's going first. Down it goes every time. Every time. So that, you made me laugh with that, Charles, so that'll make her feel better. That'll make her feel better after I'm going to tell her that I also had therapy this week, and I went, and I love the lady. She's like crazy smart, and you know, we're talking about things, and when I was a kid, my mom would read Harlequin romances. And not take care of things that I thought she should have taken care of, obviously, because it's still, I told the lady, I said, I can still see a Harlequin romance and I'm just mad. I'm mad all over. I want to burn the building down anytime I see a Harlequin romance. I see, you want to talk about being triggered. Boy, I'm hot when I see a Harlequin romance. And I said, it's not just me. My sister's the same way. And so I said something to Annie about it. And she died laughing. And I said, Annie, what's so funny? And she said, your daddy told me there could never be a Harlequin romance in this house. I could never bring a Harlequin romance into the house. So it ain't just me and my sister. Evidently the things that you're hung up on. I mean, you want to talk about generational curses. My poor family be hating on a Harlequin romance from half a continent away. Can't even see one without just getting, I mean, mad. I mean, I could bite a nail into when I see a Harlequin romance. I ain't joking. And it ain't just me or my sister, evidently. Evidently, it's my daddy, too. But I thought that was hilarious. That made me laugh so hard that we're all aggrieved about playing second fiddle to the Harlequin romance novels. They would all have them at her work, and they would, y'all, and I'm not joking, she would come home, you know, this was in the days before plastic grocery sacks, and so everybody had brown paper sacks, bags, you know, what you got at the grocery store, and they would have those full of them. And they, inside the front cover, they would put their initials after they read it, and they would pass them all around. There was sacks of these things going around everywhere, being read by people. And like I said, I can't even see one without just flaming up. And like I said, I thought it was just my sister and I, and evidently it's my daddy too, and we didn't know it. So Charles, I can tell her that she ain't the only one that falls on her noodle. And also that it's not just she and I upset about the Harlequin romances of the world. Also, thank y'all, several of y'all hollered out about bathing suits. And you said you loved the Land's End ones. You loved the Mod Lily, M-O-D-L-I-L-Y. And you loved the Meet Curve, M-E-E-T-C-U-R-V, Meet Curve. So I'm going to look into those because the death of the favorite bathing suit is a hard thing to deal with. It is rough. And Sue, I have to know, because we were talking about Brody loving his pepperonis. His mama gave him pepperonis. And she said her baby would say he wanted sketty bollocks. Okay, and sketty, we always had sketty here, but I'm not sure about the second part. So Sue, I'm gonna need you to come out with the rest of that. I need to know what you feed that baby, because you're right, that doesn't sound too out. She said she hated for him to ask for his favorite, when anytime anybody asked what his favorite food was, and she hated it. But we were asking the kids this week, that's one of the things on the questionnaire we gave them about their mamas, what her favorite food is. And one of them said her favorite food's brownies. I was like, go mom. One of them was mango. some of them said steak, but the one who said her mom's favorite food was brownies was like, yes, that made me happy. My mom's favorite food is brownies. Let's see here. The last thing I worked on this week was my good tidings. Oh, and stamping cast while I'm putting this on here. Yes, transportation week. She said bike week at the pre-Kers, which is the 4-year-olds, is a lot. Yes, our 3-year-olds bring their bicycles and tricycles and scooters, and at 3-year-old you have such a disparity in some of the children. Some of them have really progressed and are so much bigger and stronger and more active than some of the others. We had one who could not even, even with the seat down as little as it go, he could not reach his tricycle pedal when it was at the bottom. And then we have one of a set of twins in our class, and the other twin is in the room next door. They decided to separate them this year so that the other one would start talking. He would not talk. Ours, Emerson, talked for Easton all the time. And so Kelsey and her husband made the hard decision to separate them so that, maybe Easton would come out of his shell. And he did, it worked. And I think he took some speech classes, and I mean, he's just right on top of it. But y'all, here we have the one who's tiniest little tricycle that they make, can't get his feet to the bottom. And then we have Emerson riding his bicycle with no training wheels and just like Tokyo drifting around the corner down at the end, just sliding it around literally like he was going to be on the X Games. So it's just funny at that age, there is such a difference in not just their size, but some of them have just progressed physically so much faster than some of the others. And these kids are born within a couple of months of each other. But it is a huge difference in them. But yeah, man, some of them, like I said, that's going to be field day. It has me worried. It's on the 21st, and then the 23rd is our last day. Aria has been saying all along how excited I need to be because the field day is the best day of the year. Yeah, no, I told y'all. And she has just loved it. And so now, because they're all going to be outside and they have little games. We all play games with them and stuff. And all the teachers and all the staff are there, and some of the parents volunteer. And, it's as safe as an environment like that can be. But they're all playing games and running. And so it is, I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous about it. This is my good tidings of joy. It is Santa Claus with a Noah's Ark, and I thought I would try to at least get one animal done a week, and so I did. So far, I have got some work on it, and as I did the animals, I did get one more animal, and I got the ground underneath them. It's charted for 2 colors. I did mine in 3. I'm going to do my words brown and the little dirt that they're walking on brown. Santa Claus is red. Oh, hi, Patty. And the colors I pulled for it are 319, 816, and 801. I think, 319 and 816 are the called fors. And then I just added in the 801. I wanted a 3rd color on there. So I'm loving this. I hopefully will this week get my fabric cut for Lucy V. Moore. This is on my 30 count straw that I started Lucy V. Moore on, and it was just a little looser than I wanted to do eyelet stitches on. So I've got a piece of fabric that I have not got cut to restart her on, but it just has not happened yet. And I haven't got my last sampler framed yet either, even though I have the frame and they're all sitting in there pressed together. I don't know, like I said, my bandwidth ain't what it ought to be. It's part of the issue. But that one is beautiful to stitch on. I love those 3 colors on that straw. It's gorgeous. So gorgeous. Oh, Patty, you just purring? You just purring? Yeah. So those are my only whips this week. I worked on those 4. I think I've got questions and comments. If I missed somebody's comment, put it in again this week. But I tried to go back and do last week's and this week's and make sure there wasn't anything I needed to go look up for y'all or anything. I think that may be everything. And then I will upload this in the morning and get on to class with Catchy, and then I'll try to post some pics or something of us going to school together and see how he does. I'm thinking he's gonna do great and we're gonna have all the fun. And then I have a little picture for him to paint for his mama, and then I'll answer the questions about her. How old is she? What is her name? Like this. So I've got the watercolors over there and everything, so we'll paint them, get it painted, and then we will write his answers on there so he can give that to his mommy, which will be super fun because he's so sweet and she'll love it. But they're hilarious. Like I said, some of them's, my mama's name's Mommy, and some of them knew that, Patty or Terry, or some of them knew the other one, but their other name. How old they were was hilarious. She's 23. She's 7. Some of them knew and they got it right, but some of them, it was, oh my goodness. So some of their mamas are getting to go back and start again too. So I am going to jump off of here and go put this stuff up and get ready to wind down a little bit. Y'all have a great weekend, a happy Friday, a great Mother's Day. And that's if you've ever mothered anything in your life, not if you birthed it, okay? If you've ever taken care of anything, thank you for your contribution, no matter what. And have a great weekend and enjoy your stitching. Bye.